Good afternoon, students, parents, community members, grandparents, anybody watching this live stream of the 2020 Quinter High School Awards Ceremony. On behalf of the Quinter High School staff, we'd like to welcome all of you to what we know will be an outstanding awards ceremony, even though it's in a different format than we're used to doing. So it will be similar to as we've done in the past. Each teacher will come up and announce the awards. Those awards are included in packets, which are located in the office, and they can be picked up there. So we appreciate all of the outstanding things you as students have done this year, even though it ended very untraditionally. We appreciate you watching this, and we really want to take this time to honor you and all of these accomplishments. So, as in years past, please, when your name is announced, make sure you stand up and turn around and, you can still stand up. Give yourself a round of applause. Don't break your arm, patting your own back. But truly, we really want to recognize you all. Thank you for being here. And with that, we're going to get started with Mrs. Allison Polivka, the business teacher.
Good afternoon. I am the business instructor here at Quinter High School, and today I just want to recognize a few students for their great efforts this year. First off, I want to extend a huge thank you to two students, Colin Blackwell and Dominga Perez. These two students were enrolled in media technology. They completed many projects for the school and community throughout the year. They design the calendar in the lunchroom, they keep it up to date, they make all the programs for junior high games as well as postseason high school games, and complete many projects, too many to list, for members in the community and around the school. So for Dominga and Colin, thank you for your work this year. It is so appreciated. I also would like to give awards to Abby Hurl and Dominga Perez, who each earned A's in their accounting class for all 4 quarters of this year. Congratulations to both of them. Many students find the final quarter of accounting challenging because it's when we introduce the simulations. The simulations are a lot of work. It combines a year's worth of accounting into one simulation, and generally I like to be present and help them out along the way. Abby and Dominga did not have that luxury this year. They took those simulations home and they have done them on their own, and the work that they've put in on those and the way they have excelled shows a lot about these two ladies, so I'm very proud to give them those certificates. I also want to take this time to recognize our yearbook students. This year, many of you probably noticed the Bulldog Beat that was sent out weekly, which was a product from this class. On top of the Bulldog Beat, they also provide the stories and pictures that are in the newspaper every week, and they're working on finishing up this year's yearbook. Students in this class include Kayla Getz, Ava Gillespie, Leah Anstedt, Paige Bell, Anna Briggs, Kashlyn Kwasniewska, and Colin Blackwell and Evie Deaton each joined us for a semester. I have a couple of awards for this class. First of all, we give an award to our top photographer, and this year that award is being shared by Paige Bell and Kashlyn Kwasniewska. The top writer for newspaper stories and also copies that goes into the yearbook goes to Kayla Getz. And the award for the best yearbook spread that's in this yearbook that will come out this summer goes to Ava Gillespie for her football page. Business Essentials and Personal Finance was a new class that was added at Quinter High School this year. And so I'd like to recognize Abby Hurl, Kason Osmeyer, and Gavin Solinsky for their participation in the stock market game as a part of that class. They moved up and had a very successful first part of the year. I think at one point in time, they were as high as like 12th in our region and 30th out of about 850 teams in the state. And then the stock market kind of hit a bubble and things got much more difficult. But they will be receiving certificates for their efforts in the stock market game. Abby and Gavin also entered essays into a national essay contest, the Invest Right essay contest. There's a state and national level, so we're still waiting to hear results on those essays as well. Lastly, I want to take a minute to recognize our Kansas Association for Youth Organization. This year, these students stepped up and completed many service projects, from cleaning the gyms to helping the elementary students make cards to send to war veterans or military families. Currently, they are working on a project to construct a rock garden at the grade school to celebrate each individual and also as a way to celebrate our resiliency during these past couple of months. To letter in KY, students have to participate in 75% of our activities as well as reaching the goal in our fundraiser. The following students earned letters in KY this year: Zane Beckner, Fabian Mungeray, Braden Polifka, Leah Anstedt, Paige Bell, Caitlin Countryman, Kashlyn Kwasniewska, Brighton Mesh, Gus Bridges, Kyler Johnson, Jessa Borger, Evie Deaton, Ava Gillespie, Dominga Perez, Julie Rummel, Colin Blackwell, Tucker Gillespie, Kaylor Getz, Harley Holler, Charlie Kwasniewska, Brittany Lewis, Regan Scott, Taylor Chesmore, and Abby Hurl. I want to thank all of our members for a very successful year. Up next, I would like to introduce Mrs. January Bridges.
Hello, Quinter High School. I'm January Bridges, and I teach the physical sciences, chemistry, physics, earth science, and I taught a new class this year called STEM, which is Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. It's an introduction to engineering, so that was lots of fun. I'm giving out awards for Most Outstanding Student, which is the highest GPA in that class, and then having A's all 4 quarters. The Most Outstanding Student for Earth and Space Science goes to Jasmine Luna. The Most Outstanding Physics Student goes to Taylor Chesmore. In chemistry, I had 2 students that made A's all 4 quarters, which was Regan Scott and Colin Thielen, and the Most Outstanding student for chemistry was Regan. Then in my STEM class, which is a lot of hands-on things, I had 3 students that had A's all 4 quarters, which were Jaden Boone, Gus Bridges, and Evie Deaton. And when I averaged their GPAs, they all actually tied for the Most Outstanding Student, so I have a 3-way tie for the highest GPA between Jaden, Gus, and Evie. This year also I had an aide I want to recognize. Taylor Chesmore was my aide part-time, and she did a great job and helped me out tremendously. This year was hard, especially trying to do virtual online with science, but all of my students did really well and worked very hard, and I appreciate that a lot. And up next is Mr. John Chris for PE Awards.
Hello, I'm Mr. Christ, and the first awards that I'd like to hand out this afternoon are for freshman health, and the following students earned straight A's for the first and second 9 weeks in freshman health. And the following students were Paige Bell, Anna Briggs, Preston Havlis, Trevor Kaiser, Kashlyn Kwasniewska, Fabian Mungeray, Braden Polifka, and Jaden Ricker. Congratulations. Normally, I give out awards for the presidential physical fitness test and PE that were in the second semester, but due to the pandemic, we were not able to finish that up, so I will not be able to give out those awards this year. The last award that I want to give out, I give out an Outstanding Weightlifter Award in our weightlifting classes, and I base it on work ethic and improvement. Obviously, those two go hand in hand. The harder that you work, the more that you are going to improve. This year's Outstanding Weightlifter is Tucker Gillespie. Tucker reached the 1,000 pound club, meaning he lifted 1,000 combined pounds in the bench press, hang cleans, and squats. That's quite an accomplishment. Congratulations, Tucker. And now Mrs. Getz will give out the High School Social Studies Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Christ. So first of all, I'm going to give the awards for high school social studies classes this year. I teach it and I can hardly say it myself. The first awards are for outstanding students in the social studies areas. These students demonstrated an interest in the subject area, general enthusiasm for learning, and an overall positive attitude throughout the year. World History this year, outstanding student awards go to Gus Bridges and Evie Deaton. For American History, Millie Brown and Kaylor Getz. In American Government, Abby Hurl and Tamika Brooks. Good job. Thank you very much, you guys, for all your participation and hard work this year. The next award is given to a student who's shown significant improvement or interest in social studies throughout their career with me. Generally speaking, I have all the sophomores, juniors, and seniors. This improvement award gets a bad rap, as I think many improvement awards do, because students think if you get the most improved award, you must have really stunk in the beginning. That is not necessarily the case, but growth is something that we're really looking at now, and we're really pushing with students that you can get better with effort and working on something. And so this student worked really hard in U.S. history this year. Not only did his grade point average show that, but just his understanding of the stuff that we were going over, and I'm super proud of his work ethic. So this award this year goes to Bailey Watts. Next, I'll also be addressing the Student Council, Quinter High School Student Council. I am the sponsor of that. And our organization was led by Kason Ostmeyer as president and Tucker Gillespie as vice president. But other members are Taylor Chesmore, Dalton Kaiser, Abby Hurl, Tamika Brooks, Kaylor Getz, Colin Thielen, Regan Scott, Millie Brown, Colin Blackwell, Charlie Kwasniewska, Tanner Charles, Gus Bridges, Ava Gillespie, Jaden Boone, Kyler Johnson, Kashlyn Kwasniewska, Paige Bell, Preston Havlis, and Caitlin Countryman. And you will all be lettering in Student Council this year. Things that we did this year: 2 school-wide blood drives for the American Red Cross. We met our goal at both of those drives, so we were able to get a $250 scholarship from the Red Cross again this year. We also did our annual basketball jersey auction. We did it a little differently, but we did that this year, and we made our yearly contribution to the Quinter Community Scholarship Fund. So thank you all for your hard work in Student Council this year. We should know by the end of the week with elections who next year's leadership for president and vice president will be. So thank you very much. Now, you just thought I was done. I will also be giving out awards for Liz Howry this year. She is unable to be at our awards presentation, but Miss Howry, this was her first year teaching junior high social studies, so she had 7th and 8th grade social studies, and she also did high school forensics. So this was the first year that the forensics program was brought back to Quinter High School. We had a fantastic year with a team of 10 students who went to several different meets before our season was cut short. This group of students will always hold a special place in my heart as my first forensics team. So the first award given today is for the dynamic duo. This award is given to 2 students who had a fantastic duet piece and worked well together. Their love for performing with each other showed every time they performed, and they continually worked all year to improve their piece. The dynamic duo award goes to Tamika Brooks and Julie Rummel. The next award is for most improved performer. This student came into class every day, worked hard to make sure the piece was very good, took all of the constructive criticism given to improve the piece, and it paid off. I appreciate the hard work all year long. That award goes to Jenna Pearson. The last award given is for Best Improv Performer. In class, the students played a lot of different improvisational games to get them out of their comfort zone. This student consistently showed they were able to think on their feet and create different scenes and characters quickly. That award goes to Gavin Solinsky. Thank you so much on behalf of Ms. Howry to the entire forensics team for putting in a ton of hard work this year. I'm excited to see what you all do next year. All right, so I will now pass the torch to Mrs. Betts with the agricultural and shop awards.
Hello everyone. Again, I'm Mrs. Betts. I would like to first acknowledge my 4-year agriculture students, and I really enjoyed working with all my students, but we had a lot of seniors this year in agriculture, maybe not so much in the class, but definitely in agriculture. And the 4-year agriculture students are Dalton Kaiser, Dayton Geisinger, C.T. Borger, Alyssa Roberts, and Abby Hurl. So those are my 4-year ag students. So the next section I'm going to do is the students that have shown a lot of growth in many areas and learned new things. So I've also seen a lot of them mature in their personalities and their work ethic and the quality of products that they have produced. So my most improved awards go to Bailey Watts, Brian Medina, and Trenton Riedel. I have an overall most improved award, and this person has chosen to make a more complex project than they had in the past. Also decided to put more dedication into making sure it was done right and that it looked good and that everything fit well. Took time to prep his middle and make sure that he had the best quality project that he could, and that goes to CT Borger. I have a Most Ambitious Award, and this student was in their first year of welding and chose to do a complex project that he had to design the plans himself. And some problems came up while he was working on it because he was building a bale bed, and he had to work with the frame that he was given while also trying to fix problems on the current bale bed. And this award goes to Trevor Kaiser. The Most Willing to Try New Things award goes to a student who has jumped in and tried new contests and in areas that they are not very familiar with. And this year that person is Ava Gillespie. My Ag Science class was hard to determine an award to give to because all of them were high quality students and they worked hard. So I went with the student with the highest grade overall, and this student also generally placed higher at the FFA contest, and that person is Braden Polifka. I also have a leadership award, and this goes to a student who has shown exemplary leadership in the past 4 years, has always produced quality and hard work and a detailed project. He challenges himself, shows great respect for the equipment, the class, and to me. He is an example of someone who stepped up his senior year instead of slacking off. He spent time outside of class working on his projects, studying for classes and contests, and learning how to use our new CNC machine, and also helped other students learn how to do that as well. So thank you, Dalton Kaiser, for all of your work and the time you put into the ag program. I also would like to mention the students who received their state degree, and those would be, so a state degree is recognized at the state level. These students excel in the classroom, FFA events, community service, as well as working many hours in the field of agriculture. And this year we had 2 students who received their state degree in FFA, and they are Kaylor Getz and Dalton Kaiser. I will now hand the podium over to Mr. Nicholson. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Bulldog Nation. I spent some time going through all my high school classes, and I wanted to give an award out for the students that were able to maintain and or improve their grades through all 4 quarters. And so I found a good handful of those students from my advanced biology class. I'd like to recognize Kyler Johnson, Ava Gillespie, and Domingo Perez for that award. Congratulations to all 3 of you. And then in my biology classes, I had 5 students that maintained or continued to show improvement in all 4 quarters. And Kashlyn Kwasniewska, Preston Havlis, Braden Polifka, Caitlin Countryman, and Ryan Ludowies all managed to have that tremendous accomplishment. I'm extremely proud of all the students through all that we've been through this year, and wish everyone a wonderful summer as we get through this together. Thank you. Up next will be the one and only and incomparable Ed Mintz.
This is my first time on live television, so it's exciting. My awards are short and sweet. I teach video productions at the high school. I had 2 students, and both will be receiving awards today for straight A's, all 4 of the 9 weeks that we've had this year. They go to Leah Anstedt and Anna Briggs, so congratulations to you 2 ladies for outstanding work. Next on the podium is Mr. Brian Rush with the Industrial Arts Awards.
Good afternoon. I have 1 award. This award goes to a senior every year that showed great improvement throughout the years as taken woods,
And this award this year goes to Dalton Kaiser. So Dalton, congratulations. I'm going to miss you, and as well as all the seniors. But you've done very well in woodworking. Thank you, Dalton. Bye-bye. And next up is Julianne. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julianne Samuelson. I teach the music classes here at school. I have a few awards today. I'd like to give out our students that worked really hard to put together an audition and then were able to represent us at our district KMEA. Our band members are Taylor Chesmore for bass clarinet and Millie Brown for flute. And then for choir, we had Regan Scott and Jessa Borger. The students also participated by voting on our outstanding band and choir students. This year, our outstanding band students are Millie Brown and Colin Thielen. Our choir outstanding student is Abby Hurl. The spring semester, or this time of year, is one of our biggest times for many of our awards because of so many things that we do at this time of year. Since we didn't have those, I'd like to read a letter to my students. Tomorrow would have been our spring concert. Of course, it's not that we're not all apart from each other, instead of being together making music. Man, I miss you guys. If we had come back from spring break like normal, we would have continued to chip away at our music. Along the way, we would have performed at state basketball in Manhattan. We would have practiced for regional and state contests until it didn't make sense to do it anymore. I would have ended up in the bass section at least once a rehearsal trying to get you to set up straight. The trumpets would be tired of my coffee breath as I got in there trying to help them with tempo changes. And our soloists would have played or sung their solos about 1.5 million times, working to get it just right. Man, I miss you guys. After all that, we would have concentrated on our oh-so-fun spring concert. I would have become the four-headed crazy director and would have risen to the challenge, and you would have been amazing. And the audience would be looking at you with me with a huge smile. Honestly, the past 2 months have been a blur. What I do remember is that you all have accepted this change with grace. You have taken on a new challenge and moved ahead. I am going to miss you, Taylor and Abby, beyond measure. Remember to keep music in your life. Well, the bell is about to ring for 7th hour. I look forward to the day I see you all in my classroom. Man, I miss you guys. Our next presenter is our beautiful art teacher, Christy Suter.
Hello. I have with me my co-teacher, Miss Suter. She's been helping out a lot with finger paints and such. This year, we had to do something a little different with our art shows. The Fort Hayes show was canceled, and so after much discussion, the lead art teachers decided that we were going to do an online show. So here are the results for the high school. First place was Jenna Pearson. Second place, Riley John Gillespie. Third place, Evan Roberts. And we have some honorable mentions. Kyler Johnson, Chelly Koznicka, Jenna Pearson, Paige Bell, and Jessa Borger. You can also see the entire K-12 art show on our YouTube channel, as well as the link is on Parent Square. Our next teacher up is Miss Wagner.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Wagner and I'm the high school math teacher. The first set of awards that I would like to present are to the individuals that have received all A's in their math class for all 4 quarters this year. These students have come in early and stayed late after school. They've completed homework assignments on a daily basis and put in the time to prepare for assessments. Especially during this stay-at-home order, these students have stayed motivated, and I can't be prouder of each one of you. Those accomplishing this feat are Trevor Kaiser, Regan Scott, Preston Havlis, Millie Brown, Braden Polifka, Cashlyn Kwasniska, Colin Thielen, Ava Gillespie, Dominga Perez, Evie Deaton, Gus Bridges, Jadlyn Betts, Jaden Boone, Kaylor Getz, and Kyler Johnson. I would like to thank each one of you for the example you've set for your peers. Next, I had the opportunity to coach Scholars Bowl this year. We had a great season with a young team. Over and over, they impressed me. They placed at individual meets. They were league champions, regional runner-ups, and state participants. Those who participated this year but did not letter are Jaden Boone, Eli Grumbacher, Jasmine Luna, and Brittany Lewis. And those that lettered in Scholars Bowl this year are Regan Scott, Gus Bridges, Evie Deaton, Gavin Selinsky, Julie Rummel, and Colin Black. I'm looking forward to seeing all these students come back next year with another great season. You are truly a great bunch to coach. The final group that I'd like to recognize today are our National Honor Society members. To be a member, students have to maintain a GPA of 3.5 or higher. They have to apply, be accepted by a committee, complete community service projects, be involved in the school, and be a positive role model for other students. This year's president is Regan Scott, and our vice president was Kaylor Getz. Other members are Millie Brown, Colin Thielen, Gus Bridges, Evie Deaton, and Jadlyn Betts. But most importantly today, our senior members that will be graduating include Taylor Chesmore, Abby Hurl, and Dalton Kaiser. We are proud of the leadership, character, and service that they have given both our school and our community. I hope each one of you will wear your stolen cords with honor during your graduation ceremony. Congratulations. Next up, we have Mrs. Leanna Wiley with our Spanish awards.
Good afternoon. For the Spanish 1 award, the sophomore class and some in the freshman class are quite competitive and outstanding students. Therefore, it was difficult to choose the most outstanding student award. I did choose Gus Bridge, even though at times I would like to put him under the table. He has a keen sense for the language and does very well. But I really do thank all of you for your enthusiasm and your work ethic. I really enjoyed all of you. For the Spanish 2 award, this is a small Spanish class of really just 3, but probably the most outstanding Spanish 2 class I've ever taught. They kept wanting to be challenged more, so I was able to take this class further than most Spanish 2 classes. It was a thrill to be their teacher and see them dig into the language. So I have 3 outstanding students receiving the award: Regan Scott, Colin Thielen, and Evie Deaton. Thank you 3 so very much. It really was fun and a joy to teach you, and I wish you all the best. Now I would like to introduce Mr. Countryman, our principal.
Thanks, Mrs. Wiley. I appreciate that. For those of you unfamiliar with our staff, my name is Toby Countryman. I am the building principal. And I want to start by thanking Mrs. Samuelson for making the rest of us have to present with tears in our eyes. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Ms. Samuelson. Before I begin, I want to mention exactly how proud I am of all of you. And when I say all of you, I mean our students, our staff, and our parents, for the outstanding job that you've done this year, particularly in light of a very difficult circumstances that we had to face at the completion of the year. If you look at what we've accomplished this year, both before and after the pandemic, it has just been a remarkable year, and I want to thank you for that. I also want to take this opportunity to thank 2 people without whom this broadcast would not have been possible. First, I want to thank our very own computer and business teacher, Ms. Allison Polifka, for setting up our school's YouTube channel and giving us a format to broadcast to. I also want to thank one of our parents, Mr. Ben Boone, for loaning us his live streaming camera and taking time from his schedule to show us how to use it. We're grateful to both of you for your help. We are excited that the Northwest Technical College added a campus in Quinter this year. And we want to take a moment and recognize the 3 students who are part of the school's inaugural welding class. These students are Senior C.T. Borger, Junior Brian Medina, Junior Bailey Watts. These three students are really pioneers who are leading the way for other students to attend the program and hopefully earn a welding certificate before they leave our campus. Now, most of the awards that I present are given out during graduation. However, out of all the awards that I give out, the Perfect Attendance Award is my favorite. Having perfect attendance is not easy. It takes a lot of grit, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of commitment, and yes, especially considering what we're going through now, it takes a little bit of luck at times. With the transition to online classes, having perfect attendance this year was even more difficult. However, I'm pleased to tell you that we have two students that up to this point have perfect attendance. Not only were they at school every day, but they got online and met with their classes every day and never missed a session. With 7 days of school left, they will not receive an attendance award until we can verify that they still have perfect attendance at the end of the year. The first student that we have with perfect attendance is freshman Matthew Elder. The second student that we have with perfect attendance is sophomore Kyler Johnson. I want to congratulate both of these students on this outstanding accomplishment. Congratulations. And now here to present our scholarship awards is our school counselor, Miss Monica Countryman.
Hello everybody. Before I get into the scholarships, I have some awards I will be giving out. The first award is the Kansas Governor Scholar. The Governor Scholars Program honors the top academic 1% of Kansas high school seniors. Scholars are selected by accredited public or private schools in the state. This program is coordinated by the governor of the state. They actually did not get to attend this year, but our recipient this year is Taylor Chesmore. Congratulations. Kansas Honor Scholar. Kansas Honor Scholar Program has been established since 1971. The program recognizes high school seniors of all 105 counties in the state of Kansas who are ranked in the top 10% of their classes. This year's recipient is Taylor Chesmore. Kansas Scholars Curriculum Completer. In order to be a curriculum completer, the student has to complete the Kansas Scholars Curriculum, which is English 4 units, Mathematics 4 units, Science 3 units, Social Studies 3 units, Foreign Language 2 units, and this year's recipient is Taylor Chesmore. The American Legion Award recognizes a male and female that possesses high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. This year's recipients are Taylor Chesmore and Dalton Kaiser. These two have also received a $100 scholarship along with this award this year. Congratulations. The DAR Good Citizen Award has been established by having qualities of dependability, which includes truthfulness, loyalty, punctuality, service, which includes cooperation, courtesy, and consideration of others, leadership, which includes personality, self-control, and ability to assume responsibility, and patriotism, which includes unselfish interest in family, school, community, and nation, to an outstanding degree. This year's recipient is Taylor Chesmore. The Career and Technical Presidential Scholar is a program that was established by President Lyndon Johnson in 1964 and has since honored more than 7,000 outstanding high school seniors. The mission of the program is to recognize and honor superior high school seniors and therefore encourage high attainment among students. Starting in 2016, outstanding students who demonstrated excellence in career and technical education was included in the Presidential Scholar. This year's recipient is Dalton Kaiser. The Heisman High School Award is the nation's esteemed high school senior by recognizing and rewarding outstanding scholar and athlete who understands the most important victories do not happen on the field, but in their schools and communities. These remarkable young leaders set an example by making game-changing differences every day and paving greatness for everyone around them. To apply, students must be a graduating senior of 2020, have a cumulative GPA of a 3.0 or better, participate in at least one of the 48 recognized sports, and be a leader in their school and community. This year's recipients are Abby Hurl and Dalton Kaiser. 4-H Honor Cords. The Gove County 4-H Council would like to recognize their graduating seniors with the program. Dalton Kaiser is a 12-year 4-H member of the Quinter 4-H Club. Dalton will be wearing green honor cords at graduation for his years of service and making the best better. Scholarships. I teach a college and careers class. Not all seniors have to take this class, but if they do take this class, they end up filling out more than 60 scholarship applications throughout the year. So my seniors, I know, are looking extremely forward to this part of the presentation. So here we go. Kansas Workforce Grant. The purpose of this grant program is to encourage individuals to further their education and providing the benefits of their employment to the state of Kansas, to assist in the strong state workforce in high demand, critical need of employment fields. This renewable $1,000 scholarship is awarded to the following students: Dalton Kaiser, Tamika Brooks, and C.T. Borger. Congratulations. Friends of J. Johnson Library. The Friends of J. Johnson Public Library support the J. Johnson Library in many ways. The organization would like to support a senior who has been a friend to the library while in school. This year's recipient of $500 is Tamika Brooks. Congratulations. Blue STEM and Next Generation is a work-study scholar program through Next Generation and Blue STEM Medical. This student has to do an internship throughout the school year, their senior year. This year's $1,000 scholarship winner is Tamika Brooks. Project Prom. Every year we randomly select a recipient for the Project Prom scholarship of $100. This year's recipient is Abby Hurl. Western Plains Energy. Western Plains Energy was originally created for one reason: to improve the value of local grain. An essay over farming economics is consistently changing. What have you seen or foresee a way farming has changed? This year's recipient of $1,000 is Abby Hurl. Congratulations. Frontier Ag Scholarships are $250 for the initial semester and renewable up to 7 times each semester if enrolled in a 4-year institution. If enrolled in a 2-year institution, the scholarship is renewable for 3 times each semester. This year's recipient is Dalton Kaiser. Congratulations, Dalton. Quinter Alumni. Quinter alumni recipients must have attended Quinter High School for all 4 years, be an upstanding citizen, and be attending a post-secondary institution. The winners of $500 scholarships each are Dalton Kaiser and Taylor Chesmore. Farm Bureau Association. The 2020 Gove County Farm Bureau Board met to decide upon the winner of the one-time scholarship of $500 to be used by the student at his or her post-secondary education. The student's family must also be a member of the Farm Bureau Association and have an agricultural background. This year's winner is Abby Hurl. Congratulations, Abby. Collier Alliance. Collier Community Alliance is a group of hardworking individuals who want to preserve and restore the existing structures as well as promoting our community to new business. We will do that by enhancing, stabilizing, and increasing the economic and population of the city of Collier and its surrounding areas, while celebrating humanities, area history, education, and the arts. We award a $1,000 scholarship this year to Taylor Chesmore. Congratulations, Taylor. American Red Cross. Leaders save lives. American Red Cross and Quinter High School Student Council teamed up to host 2 blood drives this year. This year's recipient of $250 is Kason Osmeyer. Quinter Community Club. These men and women are the first faces you will see when you enter into any sporting event, as they take tickets for our school. They graciously give back the money in forms of scholarships. This year, of $325 each, scholarships go to Taylor Chesmore, Abby Hurl, Dalton Kaiser, and Tamika Brooks. Quinter Community Foundation. The foundation is multiple donors throughout the community that graciously give money to the foundation. This year's winners for $881.25 go to Dalton Kaiser, Tamika Brooks, Abby Hurl, and Taylor Chesmore. Congratulations. Bill and Bertha Fahey Sacred Heart Parish Scholarship. Students must be actively involved in the Parish of Sacred Heart and register with a campus Catholic community and have regular participation in weekend masses and ongoing participation in at least one activity of the Catholic community on campus. This year's winners of $419.70 each are Kason Osmeyer and Dalton Kaiser. Chester Long Scholarship. The Long Scholarship is based on academic scholar, community service, curiosity for learning, willingness to be challenged, dependability, integrity, and grit. This year's of a renewable $1,000 or more go to Taylor Chesmore and Abby Hurl. Congratulations, ladies. Vera Beaver. Vera Beaver applicant must be pursuing a degree towards education in some capacity. This year's winner of $200 scholarship goes to Taylor Chesmore. Victoria Bolin was a shining star in her performing and teaching career. Her sister Patsy is trying to maintain that light for QHS seniors. Even after Victoria's 2003 death, she established a performing arts scholarship. This year's recipients of $250 each are Abby Hurl and Taylor Chesmore. Sylvan Kessler. This student must be attending an approved post-secondary vocational school in the area of mechanics. This year's $200 winner is Dalton Kaiser. O.C. McConkney grew up in a small house just across the street from the high school and was for more years than that in charge of elementary school lunches. Many of the young people graduating from high school in Quinter these days are grandchildren of those children receiving her hot meals. Applicants must display character and determination to succeed. This year's $750 scholarship winner is Taylor Chesmore. Congratulations. Melba Fairchild. Melba was an amazing mother and encouraged her children to strive their hardest to become all they could be. Melba was an extraordinary woman. There are not enough words to describe her. You only had to meet her once to know her. She loved to talk, smile, and laugh. Life can be stressful and hectic, but Melba always laughed in making things better. No matter what the situation is, remember to laugh. Melba knew life was a gift, and she lived it to the fullest and didn't waste a minute of negativity or being discouraged. Famous words from Melba were, "If you can't say anything nice or loving, don't say it at all." Melba was laughter, smile, hugs, comforting words, and loved Christ first, others second. Importance of education: Melba loved watermelon, children, cooking with love, and teaching. In the front cover of Melba's Bible, in her fun, curly handwriting, it said a small and powerful note to herself. Read Psalms 19, 7 through 14. Learn verse 14 over and over again. Try to live it. Especially this year. These words could not have rang more true. This year's recipient of $500 is Tamika Brooks. Congratulations, Tamika. Pete Henry. The Pete Henry Scholarship was created through the generosity of Pete Henry, who was a farmer for many years in the Brewster, Kansas area. Pete had an inquiring mind and knew the value of hard work, thrift, and good management. This year we were very blessed to have the following winners. Abby Hurl for $3,500. Taylor Chesmore, $3,500. Kason Osmeyer for $1,400. Career and technical winners were Dalton Kaiser for $3,500, Tamika Brooks for $2,500, C.T. Borger for $2,500, Alyssa Roberts for $2,500. Congratulations, seniors. Dane G. Hansen, Scholar. This year we have a career and technical recipient, which is a renewable scholarship for any student going into the career and technical education field. This year's recipient of a $4,000 renewable scholarship for an additional year is Dalton Kaiser. Congratulations, Dalton. Teresa Tracy Custard. The Tracy Custard Scholarship is an amazing scholarship in the memory of Tracy's life. This scholarship goes to the valedictorian and the salutatorian and one additional student. These students must obtain citizenship, character, community service, school involvement, academic achievement, and/or improvements. This year's 3 recipients of $2,500 renewable for 4 years totaling $10,000 are Taylor Chesmore, Abby Hurl, and Dalton Kaiser. Congratulations. Now I'll be reading where everybody is going and their scholarships that they received. Alyssa Roberts. Alyssa is going to be heading out into the workforce after graduation. Alyssa's goal is to get her certified nursing aide, her CNA, at the hospital. Alyssa has been awarded the Pete Henry Scholarship for $2,500. Congratulations, Alyssa. Dayton Geisinger is going to be heading to the workforce to continue to work at Center Pivot. Dayton goal is to have enough money to one day live on his own in his own apartment in Quinter. Good luck, Dayton. C.T. Borger will be heading to Northwest Kansas Technical College here in Quinter to finish up his welding certificate. C.T. was the first senior from Quinter High School who took that leap of faith to try the new welding program that was established this year. And that you need to be commended for, C.T. C.T. has been awarded Pete Henry for $2,500 and the Kansas Workforce Grant for up to $2,000. Congratulations, C.T. Kaysen Osmeyer will be heading to Fort Hays State University in the fall, where he will be majoring in athletic training. Kaysen will be going to FHSU on a track and field scholarship, where he signed a letter of intent to throw the javelin. Along with the track and field scholarship, Kaysen has received Pete Henry for $1,400, Bill and Bertha Fahey for $419.70, and the American Red Cross Scholarship for $215. Congratulations, Kaysen. Tamika Brooks will be heading to Salina Area Technical College in the fall, where she will be studying nursing. Tamika will get her LPN and then her RN from Salina Area Technical College. She will then transfer on to obtain her BSN RN at a 4-year school and hoping to specialize in labor and delivery. Tamika has been awarded the following scholarships: Porter Dual Educational Scholarship for $300, Pete Henry for $2,500, Masonic Lodge for $250, the Water Conservation for $150, the Next Generation Work Study Program for $1,000, the Quinter Community Club for $325, Melba Fairchild for $500, Quinter Community Foundation for $881.25, Friends of J. Johnson Library for $500, the KSDE Kansas Workforce Grant for $1,000 renewable up to $2,000. Congratulations, Tamika. Abby Hurl. Abby Hurl will be heading out to become a Wildcat at Kansas State University in the fall. Abby's plans are to major in agribusiness with an interest in communications. Abby has been awarded the following scholarships: the Porter Educational Scholarship for $300, the Kansas State University Ag Department for $500, which could increase to $1,000, Pete Henry for $3,500, the Masonic Lodge for $400, the KSU Limestone Scholarship for $1,500, renewable for $6,000, Western Plains for $1,000, Quinter Community Club for $325, Victoria Bolin for $250, Project Prom for $100, Quinter Community Foundation for $881.25, Gove County Farm Bureau for $500, Chester Long up to $1,000, renewable for $2,000, and Tracy Custard $2,500, renewable for 4 years for $10,000. Congratulations, Abby. Dalton Kaiser will be heading to Salina Area Tech College in the fall, where he will be studying to become a diesel mechanic and in hopes into returning to Gove County to work with his family on the family farm. Dalton has been awarded the following scholarships: Porter Dual Educational Scholarship for $300, Sylvan Kessler for $200, American Legion for $100, Masonic Lodge for $200, Quinter Community Club for $325, Frontier Ag for $250, renewable for $1,000, Quinter Community Foundation for $881.25, Quinter Alumni Association for $500, Bill and Bertha Fahey for $419.70, the Kansas Workforce Grant for $1,000, renewable for $2,000, Pete Henry for $3,500, Dane G. Hanson $4,000 for renewable for $8,000, and Tracy Custard $25,000 renewable for up to $10,000. Congratulations, Dalton. Taylor Chesmore will be heading to the Little Apple this fall to become a K-State Wildcat. Taylor will be majoring in communication science and disorders. Taylor's plan to eventually get her PhD to become a speech and language pathologist. Taylor has received the following scholarships: the O'Brate Dual Credit Scholarships for $2,300, American Legion for $100, Vera Beaver for $200, Masonic Lodge for $300, Victoria Bolin for $250, Quinter Alumni Association for $500, Quinter Community Club for $325, Quinter Community Foundation for $881.25, O.C. McConkey for $750, Collier Alliance for $1,000, Pete Henry for $3,500, Chester Long up to $1,000 renewable for $2,000, and Tracy Custard $2,500 renewable for $10,000. Congratulations, Taylor. This year, as of right now, we do not have all the scholarships in because of the delay of some scholarships got pushed back. We currently have this senior class of 8 currently has $108,000 and $839.40 worth of scholarships to date. And I feel that this will increase before the summer is over. Seniors, I'd like to say congratulations. You have everything to be proud of. All your awards and certificates are in the packets. Please make sure you look at that information, and there are forms in there that you need to fill out to get back to the appropriate people. So congratulations, and I appreciate everything and all your hard work. Up next will be Kelly Getz.
Ta-da! Well, if you think our students and our staff haven't been busy this last year, that hour-long presentation shows you many of the things that our students and staff have been working on throughout this year. Once again, we are so proud of all of you students for powering through. We know how difficult it's been for you to be out of the building. It's been that difficult for us to not have you here. We appreciate you going to the very end with your assignments. We appreciate you working hard, and hopefully next year, if we can come back to these walls, which we all anticipate and hope that we will be able to, we can make new memories and we can cherish those even more, understanding how hard it is to lose some of these things being present. But we're so thankful to have been here today for the awards ceremony that's been virtual. Please make sure you pick up those packets. Those will be available next week when you check in all of your books and other items that you have from school. You can pick those up in the office as well. Once again, thank you for all that you have done to make this 2019-2020 school year a success. And this is us, Quinter High School, signing off. Have a great day.